Welcome back to another episode of learning about the RE series microcontrollers. In this video, we are going to see the E2 Emulator Lite debugger. Now, you may be already familiar with debuggers and have probably used one. Debuggers are devices which act as an interface between the computer and embedded systems to upload the program for the microcontroller to run. The E2 Emulator Lite is a budget-friendly debugger produced by Renesas. By using these debuggers, we can write programs to embedded systems even if they don't have a USB interface, for example. The computer connects to the debugger using the USB protocol, and the debugger then takes care of sending the necessary data using signal pins to the embedded system. Information about the E2lite can be found in the official Renesas website, where you can see the description, features, and the target devices. The debugger supports different architectures such as the RA, RL78, RX, and RISC-V based MCUs. The debug drivers are available to download from this page as well, besides additional troubleshooting tools. Under the documentation resources, we can get the promotional flyer, the detailed user manual, application notes, and other guidelines. Clicking on the flyer, we can see its contents. For example, you can get the necessary information on its compatibility and specifications. Now, the standard package that you can get off the shelf comes with the E2 Emulator Lite main unit, a USB cable, and a 4-pin flat cable. Next, we will be using the E2lite Studio software package to upload our project to an array board using the E2 Emulator Lite. The standard E2lite Studio installation also includes the E2 Emulator driver, so we do not need to reinstall it. Now, we already have a sample Blinky project here. We shall look through the configuration that needs to be done for debugging using the E2 Emulator Lite. First, we shall make sure the project files have been compiled. So, we right-click on the project name and build. Once the project has compiled successfully, we shall navigate to the debug configurations by right-clicking on the project name and expanding the debug option. The debug configurations window has all the details regarding the project debug. We are particularly interested in the debugger tab. We can see there is an option to specify the debugger hardware. From this drop-down menu, we shall select E2lite, the debugger of our choice for this demonstration. Once selected, we need to click Apply and close the window. Now, for connecting the debugger with the array board that we have, we need a special flat cable which is not included with the standard packaging. This is the E2 Emulator 20 to 10 pin flat cable where the 20 pin port fits on the debugger and the 10 pin connector is slotted to the usual EK RE series boards. On the EK RE6 M4 board, the 10 pin debug port is the debug 2 port or the J13 connector, which is just near the standard micro USB port for slotting in the 10 pin jack. Now, going back to debugging. First, we shall connect the micro USB interface cable between the PC and the E2 Emulator Lite, and this will light up the green LED of the debugger. Then, we can follow the usual debugging procedure by selecting the Renesas GDB hardware debugging option. During debugging, we shall see the VCC orange LED has been lit up and the reset orange LED flashing on the debugger unit. Once the uploading is completed, the reset LED will stop flashing and turn off. Now, when we go resume the execution of the main function from E2lite Studio, we shall notice the LEDs on the array board is flashing, which indicates the program has been successfully uploaded to our board. In this procedure, when we stop debugging in E2lite Studio, the board will pause the execution as well. In order for the program to run independently on the board, we must remove the 10-pin connector from the board. And then we shall connect the micro USB from the computer which powers up the board, and the program we have just uploaded will start. So that is how we can use a E2lite emulator on an EK array board or any Renesas MCU based systems which has the 10-pin debugger port. See you in the next video.